In other news, Hurricane Florence has been downgraded, but it's still threatening the Carolinas.
And even though it's become weaker, officials say people need to take the storm very seriously. Out of News reporter Jan Carabeo is here with the warnings from officials. Jan, good morning.
Well, and Jim, good morning. Now, before this storm was downgraded, experts likened it to a Mike Tyson punch. And even though Florence is now a Category 2 hurricane, the wind, the storm surge, and the prolonged rain associated with this storm is still extremely dangerous and life-threatening. More than 10 million people in the Carolinas and Virginia are now under a storm watch or warning.
Coastal towns up and down the Carolinas are almost deserted. Still, officials are warning the few who have stayed behind of the dangers that lie ahead.
You put your life at risk by staying. Don't plan to leave once the winds and rain start.
Forecasters say the storm surge from Hurricane Florence could top 13 feet, enough to send water a half-mile inland. Firefighters in Raleigh, North Carolina are now going door to door warning people who live in flood zones.
If the wind's high enough, we're going to have our employees hunkered down safely.
Today is the last day for people to get out of harm's way. Officials say when the storm is at its worst, first responders may not be able to help everyone in trouble.
That's Myrtle, and I mean, we're right there, so we're going to get, I don't know if you just heard what he said, but he said catastrophic damage to life and property.
Patrick Dunphy and Connor Zaya heeded the warnings. They left their South Carolina college and drove home to Massachusetts.
If that thing hits Myrtle, it wouldn't even be like we're worried about getting back to school. It's going to be like, what are we going to get back to?
Meteorologists say the storm's path has widened the threat to include parts of Georgia. Also a possibility, Florence hovers along the coastline, prolonging the deadly storm surge.
And now Georgia's governor has declared a state of emergency after forecasters say the storm's path may be headed farther south than previously anticipated. So we watch and we wait, and you know it's not just about the storm surge and the high winds there. It is all about the flooding. That is just as big of a killer. Some areas could see feet of rain through the weekend.
I have friends in Fayetteville, and that's what they're concerned about because it's all low-lying areas. Thank you, Jan. Appreciate it.